Southwest 2669 on the final 31 left.
2669, long good evening on the 31 left, clear land.
31 left, clear land, 2669.
DFW, yeah. 122, DFW, one-way DFW. 122, DFW, one-way DFW. 122.
With a camera.
Welcome to Runway DFW After Dark on this September, our first show of September, isn't it? September 4th, 2022. Hello, it's Walt with you once again from Dallas Love Field. We'll explain why we're here instead of at DFW coming up. But let's tune into the planes now on this Wednesday edition of Runway DFW After Dark. Well, looks like we've got flight 4215 Southwest Airlines headed out to Denver, 737-700. So we've had some rain the last few days here in North Texas. Today, I had a sprinkler or two on the way down here, but I think we're going to be rain-free for the evening. But rain isn't the reason we're here at Dallas Love Field. Of course, if it was raining today, we would be here for sure because we could poke our heads underneath the parking garage. But the reason we're here today is because of the wind. The wind is coming out of the north. It's called North Flow. And so Dallas Fort Worth International Airport, where we usually are, is operating under reverse operations. And that makes it not ideal for us at Founders Plaza, which is where we usually hang out. So on the other hand, reverse ops here at Dallas Love Field is kind of ideal because we've got that very nice skyline going on back there, the Dallas skyline, which only gets more colorful as the evening progresses. Wait a minute, we've got a birthday to celebrate. Our good pal Skittles. And where did I not click on that? Hold on there. Ah. Let me try that again. Our old pal Skittles up there in the northwest. My birthday was yesterday. I'm old. Well, you may be one number older than you were, Skittles, but that we pay no never mind to that. So let's give you the birthday salute here on Runway DFW, along with everybody else who's got a birthday going on. So here it comes, our birthday salute, which we try to give every show for people celebrating. And Skittles has lots of love pouring in. Oh, it goes out to Robbie Batista, too. So there you go. Happy birthday to everybody who's celebrating. Here comes a BizJet.
Okay. Proceed on course for downtown and then maintain VFR. Verify altitude again.
We are leaving 1.8 times 2000.
That was a FlexJet coming in from Bessemer. Bessemer. Not sure where Bessemer is. But that's where it's coming from. Left an hour and a half ago. An Embraer Praetor 500. And you can kind of see, as we explained the last time we were here, we're down to one runway here at Dallas Love Field. They normally have two. Just one, and it handles all the arrivals and all the departures right now, so we should get some pretty good action. Of course, most of it's going to be Southwest Airlines action. This plane coming in from LAX is a MAX 8, flight 1816. Jane Chapman says early good morning. Britt in the chat from the south coast of Sussex. Yes, it's after midnight where, well, is it after midnight yet? Yes, it is. Just after midnight. 20 minutes after midnight there in the UK, if I calculate correctly. Get a smile from Robert Miner. A minor smile from Robert Miner. Bessemer, Alabama is, there's Josh, one of our great mods, informing me about that. Next coming in is flight 1548, Southwest Airlines. 737-700 from Midland, Texas. There it is in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. We'll zoom in as it glides in with the skyline of Dallas in the background, which will only get more interesting looking as the evening goes on. And yeah, I know we're kind of limited as far as the types of planes we see here. It's going to be 737 heaven between the 700s and the 800s and the Max 8s, but you see a few other planes peppered in. If our last broadcast is any indication, we should get a glimpse of the Delta 717. I saw one going out as I was setting up here. We've got a parade of Southwest jets headed out to the takeoff position on 3-1 left. That we just saw going out was flight 4678 to Birmingham, Alabama, of the 737. Right behind it. No, wait, that was flight 120, a Max 8 going to Las Vegas. Right behind it is a 737-700 going to Birmingham, flight 4678. Behind that, we've got flight 46 going to Colorado Springs, a 737-700. But they're going to have to wait because coming on down now is flight 4398 from Albuquerque, a 737-700. And as I think you can see, we've got a very nice... yeah, I was on the wrong camera. LA Girl says the sunset looks like a masterpiece from a painting. Well, there it is again. Yes, you're appreciating the sunset as I'm not showing you the plane. So let's see if we can address that issue here as we watch the flight to Las Vegas begin its journey.
Mike Whiskey, as you're making your right, left turn there, going 737, it's your 1 o'clock, about 4 miles on the right base for 131 left, depending on 2,400. Southwest 197 left tower, yep. Southwest 4678 left tower, good evening, on F2, runway 31 left, let's take off.
Let's take off, 31 left, RNAV float, Southwest 4678.
LA Girl says to Heath Shelton, Bob Ross could definitely have painted this sunset. Well, it's always nice when nature helps us out here with a little bit of additional beauty.
45 left tower, yep.
Here's the flight to Birmingham. I want to say that like it's England. Birmingham.
45 left tower, if that will work.
That's perfect. I'm 1500 left 180. Go ahead straight west and
Yep, that'll work. Just stay south of downtown at 15.
downtown at 1500. That was 197 with the official 31.
4678, when we 4678, contact departure.
Departure stop with 4678.
Dreambird says it's good to see Walt in action again. I'm so glad I found you guys. Thank you, Dreambird. So we've got a flight to Colorado Springs waiting at the end of 31 left. Howsoever, there are a couple of, well, three, I see 4 planes incoming. First of which, Flight 45 from Birmingham, a 737-700. A lot of action to start with. I started early today. In fact, we're not due to start for 3 minutes, so I may have to reintroduce everything. But
6 Romeo Mike, 8.5 out, visual 3-1 left.
Caution 956 from your Mike, Golf Guy, good evening. Temperature 1 o'clock, 2 miles. Left southwest on the
But I got here a little earlier than anticipated, and I set everything up, and I checked it out, and everything seemed to be working okay, so here we are. My head is eclipsing the sun there somehow.
2 Mike Whiskey, continue on that heading, and you said you want to go to Fort Worth, Dallas, Fort Worth?
Alrighty, Flight 197 arriving from Phoenix. This will be a 737-700.
Series of traffic over there. Do you have a different request?
It's a 17-year-old aeroplane.
Transition over midfield DFW and then out west.
No, that would be negative. 46, left target evening on the 31 left. Line up and wait, Gulfstream, 4 out.
Left white 31 left, southwest 40.
So I can get you to Edison, to Mike Whiskey. You can fly over Edison and
Unfortunately, we can't see the terminal area from here, so we're pretty much stuck with just seeing planes come and go, but that should be okay. We're going to sneak in a takeoff here before the next arrival. Flight 46 off to Colorado Springs is what you see there. And it's got to get moving pretty soon here, because
Clear to land 31 left.
there's a Gulfstream coming in behind it.
1045, block tire, runway 31 left, clear to land.
Clear to land 31 left, southwest 740 left. Tower number 3028 on the visual.
28 left tower, good evening, on the 31 left, clear to land.
21 left to land, number 38.
1045, you can pull a little bit back on the scale, appreciate it.
Yeah, we're at our final mass up at 745.
46, contact you can departure.
And And that in real time is the next arrival, so you can see what kind of choreography the air traffic control tower has to do when you've just got one runway in a pretty busy airport. Next arrival, and that was a Gulfstream G650ER. Don't have any other information about that. Next arrival, Southwest Flight 745, arriving from Long Beach, California. 2-hour and 37-minute flight on Runway DFW at Dallas Love Field. We've got a special livery here. Illinois 1. There's Colorado 1, I think that was. So we got a twofer there for just a moment. That's the Southwest Airlines Illinois 1 livery. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Colorado 1 livery. You see? And pulling up the rear behind that plane is a Beech King Air 250. Where is that? There it is.
Now 11:47 on the 31 left straight line.
Claire C. says hello, good evening. Happy to see you, Claire. And if I've missed anybody so far, I apologize. I'm still, it's pretty busy here right now. It'll calm down after a bit, as airports do. Incoming is Southwest 3828 from Orlando. This is a 737-800.
Flying anything left to right, midfield, right?
Left to right, midfield, to my push.
Okay. Southwest 3828.
Cheeto Productions says hello and evening, Runway DFW in chat. Yay, Love Field. Well, we got some Love Field fans out here then, don't we? There's a side shot, partially obscured, of Colorado 1, but it's got to wait for flight 1147 to touchdown from Las Vegas. This will be a MAX 8.
1099, visual, 31 left.
1099, Southwest left, Jackery, good evening, on the 31 left, straight land.
1099.
If you're just joining us, welcome to Runway DFW, live and in color from Dallas Love Field Airport in Dallas, Texas. Just as on Saturday evening, we're coming to you from Love Field because of the wind direction. It's north flow, so planes are coming in from the south, taking off to the north.
Company traffic, short final, no delay getting out there on the please.
47.
45, 26, left yard, just hold your position there.
So there's the current situation. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 planes. I don't know if you can see them all in that shot. In the sky, I'm talking about. Then there's 2 on the ground. Next to arrive, and it looks like it has clearance to land, is Flight 1099 coming in from Nashville. It's a 737-700. It's kind of fun to get a little break from DFW.
1660 lockjack, good evening, Area 4 out on the 3-1 left, line up and wait.
On white, Zeppelin 2 left.
Except 285, reports of balloons at the approach end of the 3-1 left.
Continue 31 left, long final, Southwest, 4440.
99, 736, and take out 175.
Got it.
1660, keep it rolling, please. On F2 close on the 3-1 left, just take out the delay.
Take off real left, play.
Colorado 1.
Except 285, keep your speed up and minimum time on the runway. Runway 3-1 left, clear land.
3-1 left, clear land, minimal time on the runway.
And you can hear the dispatcher trying to make sure that
4414, pull all the way back as much as you
planes have a minimum time on the runway. Just to keep things clear for everything. When we were here on Saturday night, even though the same situation was happening, in other words, only one runway for takeoffs and landings, I didn't see any go-rounds, which you might expect to see in a situation like this. But no, thanks to the skill of the dispatcher, the air traffic controller, everything went smoothly. Comes a JSX. It's an Embraer 145. Coming in from Houston Hobby Airport, Flight 285, and it's going to get off the runway in order that another plane can land. And to be more specific, that will be Flight 4414 from LaGuardia Airport in New York. 737-800.
Runway 31 left, line up and wait. Company 4 out, be ready to go, please.
We'll be ready, 31 left, line up away, Southwest 4526.
Right on Charlie 6, and take out 0.55. 4526, keep it rolling, please. Smooth delay, RNF 2, Nolan, runway 31 left, with takeoff, company 1 out.
RNF Nolan, 31 left, clear for takeoff, Southwest 4526.
Southwest 434, company on the roll, runway 31 left, clear land.
Clear land, 31 left, Southwest
4581.
Flight 4526 is on its way to Midland, Texas. 737-800. We're going to quickly swing around because we've got flight 434 arriving from El Paso, 737-700.
25, 26, 9 job on that quick roll. Reset transponder, squawk 5276, 52, 62.
Phew.
34, right on Charlie 6, contact ground point 75.
Charlie 6, ground point 75, Southwest 434.
Number 475, Papa Juliet, Love, good evening, runway 31 left, continue.
Let me see. Okay, we've got another plane on final approach. That would be flight 4580, a max 8. Origin point, Austin, Texas. It's that moon-like.
Love Tower, hold your position, thank you, patience, I'm still waiting for your release.
All right, hold on position 5 Delta.
And actually, I have your release now, so you can taxi up to and hold short of runway 31 left. We'll go after this short final.
Hold short of.
So at the end of the runway, there's a beach, that Beach King Air 250 we saw earlier. Don't have a destination for it, but it has been told to hold until this plane comes in, and then it can take off.
Delta, Alpha traffic, eclipse 4 out, runway 31 left.
And we may have a little bit of time to catch up with everything here. Or maybe not. It's been kind of a rock'em sock'em first 30 minutes or so of our show. Lori Zeppelina says, love it.
5 Delta, Alpha traffic 2 out, runway 31 left, clear take off. Number 5 Papa Juliet, runway 31 left, straight land, wind 020 at 4.
Third line runway 31 left, clear report to 502.
I would like to honor Skittles. Does this work? No, it didn't work. Let me try this. There we go. Skittles, a member for 15 months of the channel. Quadjet member, no less. Honored and proud to be a 15th month member of Runway DFW. She says, thank you, Walt, mods, and friends. You are all awesome. Thank you, Skittles, for your great support of the channel. And have I checked with you? Are you going to be at the big event next month? No, not next month. This month. In fact, it's a week from Friday is the Cranky Dork Fest weekend out at LAX. Well, I hope to see you there, Skittles. If not, sometime soon. I did get to meet Skittles last year at the Dork Fest and at the big soiree on top of the H Hotel on Friday the 13th. It was an Embraer Legacy 450 coming in from parts unknown. We've got flight 3766 off to Midway Airport, 737 MAX 8. Lori says my hubby works for Southwest. He's giving me the lowdown on all these planes. Should have him here as a guest commentator. Here's the scene. It's still quite active, as you can see. Flight 287 off to New Orleans is headed to the end of runway 13 left for takeoff, but Flight 208 coming in from San Jose, California is coming in. The 737-700 on Runway DFW After Dark. Now, if Saturday is any indication, we were last here on Saturday. I suspect we won't be here as late as we normally are for our DFW Airport evening streams. Things seem to quiet down around about 10 o'clock here.
Challenger 7 Victor Bravo, runway 31 left, cleared lane.
Cleared lane, 31 left, 7 ground.
Off to New Orleans.
Visual 31 left.
3802 left, good evening, Polaris will be holding in position, runway 31 left, continue.
Continue 31 left, Southwest 3850.
Hey, there's A-list flyer Chris. Chris, welcome in. I haven't seen you in a bit. Hope you're doing okay. He says, this being the equivalent, the evening rush in a single runway op's pretty action-packed for this little airport. I should say so. And again, it's great to see you, Chris. All right, checking in now is a Bombardier Challenger 300 from parts unknown. And when I say that, I mean that my source of information, Flight Radar 24, is not telling me where it came from. And that's, it probably knows, but in some cases, the operator of the flight doesn't want that information made public, and that information is therefore withheld. Now, there are ways to find out where it's coming and going. I mean, you can go on the map and see where it came from, but I don't quite have the time to do that. Too much going on. So let's see, we've got flight 1694 right there. 737-700, it's going to St. Louis. And, but meanwhile, there's another plane getting ready to take off here.
3802 on the 31 left, cleared lane.
Better line 31 left, Southwest 3802.
Delta 8839 left, good evening, traffic will be holding in position on the 31 left, continue.
Delta 8839, looking for traffic.
7, contact vision departure.
And catch my breath here. And just in time for the arrival of a plane from Los Angeles, a 737-700, flight 3802. And the hits just keep on coming. Flight 1694 is going to St. Louis. It's a 737-700. And it needs to take off before Delta. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to pass on this one because we've got a Delta 757 coming in, which flight number 8839 coming in from Atlanta. I'm guessing at this, going by the flight number, this may be a sports charter. And also, it's an older plane.
1990.
So I'm not as sporty as some who would probably instantly know why a plane from Atlanta would be coming in that might have something to do with the sport. But so cool to see a 757. Josh says, major heavy action. Well, it is for this airport. Although this airport can handle, you know, if a 747 had to land here, it could.
52 lost, good evening, runway 31 left, cleared land.
Cleared land, 31 left, please.
That is beautiful.
39, right on Charlie, 6 left on Charlie, and then contact ground point 75.
Again, we don't see any scheduled 757s over at Dallas Fort Worth Airport. See the occasional charter and sometimes a diversion, but never we don't have any scheduled 757s, so that's a treat for me, and I hope for you too. Okie doke, flight 52 coming in from Houston. Houston Hobby Airport is 757-700. Now appearing over the skyline of Dallas.
Helicopter 430 Delta Love Tower, good evening, love altimeter 3007, wind 020 You can make your approach between the parallels. And landing at Atlantic will be at your own risk. Change to my frequency 123.76.
It's really an absolutely beautiful evening here at Dallas Love Field. Let's see, what does the old airport say? 77 degrees, winds out of the northeast at 9 miles an hour. Really a nice night, no complaints here. Mike Ulrich says nice view, or great views, thank you. Did I say 757-700? I think it was a 200 model, that one there. I apologize if I mischaracterized it. 757-200, yes. From the year 1990. 34-year-old plane, that was. Here's Don, one of our mods. Does seem nice tonight. Yeah. How about some train action here? We'll get a DART train coming past the green line. A little mass transit action for you. Kevin Kelly loves the sunset. Yeah, we've had some nice rain this week. And much needed rain, I should say. I'm sure we're not even close to being out of the drought conditions yet, but just good to get a little moisture here and there. Josh Aldrich says it's 8 o'clock. Do you know where the like button is? Have you had a chance to click it yet? Well, since it is just after 8 o'clock, we should inform you that you are watching Runway DFW After Dark live from Dallas Love Field on September 4th. It's a Wednesday in the year 2024. This gives me a chance to take a little sip of water. Our next arrival, coming in from San Antonio, Texas, the Alamo City, flight 2705, Southwest Airlines flight number. It's a 737 as far as the plane goes, 18 years old. And right behind it is flight 3176 from Denver. That'll be a MAX 8. So, and if this is your first foray into Dallas Love Field spotting, Love Field is, well, the major carrier here is, as you might expect, Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines headquarters is just across the runway from us. So yes, the world headquarters is here for the airline. Southwest constitutes about 90% of the passenger traffic here. Sometimes it seems like 99%, but it's not always. We've got Delta, a few Delta flights coming and going. We've got Alaska Airlines with a flight or two here. There you can see in the background a Southwest Airlines hangar. John R. says no United or American Airlines. No, all the big airlines once flew here when Love Field was the airport in Dallas-Fort Worth, but that is no longer the case. Dallas-Fort Worth Airport opened 50 years ago this year. And everything pretty much migrated over there except for Southwest Airlines. And there's been a few exceptions. And American has flown into here on occasion over the years with some minor flights. But no, pretty much just Southwest for the most part. There's a flight coming in from Denver. Once again, it's a MAX 8. You'd think a MAX 8 with all of its advanced technology would have a quieter arrival than that. Stallion with a bunch of Roman numerals says, hello Walt, hope you're doing well. And I apologize for not decoding all those Roman numerals. I just can't do it. We saw this on Saturday night, and we'll look at it again tonight, is that round thing there. That's the top of Reunion Tower. We don't see the, I don't think we can, no. It's the tower itself is hidden behind a building, but that's the top of Reunion Tower on the south side of the downtown area here in Dallas. And yeah, you can go up there, and there's an observation deck. There's a restaurant, at least the last I saw there was. There was originally a restaurant which spun around. That is to say, if you sat at a table, you would get a 360-degree view in an hour, I think. And that went out of business. Then it was idle for a while, and then they reopened the restaurant, but I don't think it rotates anymore. And that green building on the right, the tallest building in Dallas, the Bank of America Tower, which can change colors and may indeed do that as we are broadcasting here. Southwest Flight 2513 from Reagan Airport in Washington, D.C. 737-800 coming in after a 2-hour and 41-minute flight from the nation's capital.
2513, turn right on Charlie, contact ground point 75.
Right, Charlie 6, ground point 75, Southwest 2513.
Ron C. says, I can confirm it's a long climb from the sub-basement to the roof of the green building, especially when carrying a 20-foot long antenna. Let me go back to the green building again. We'll get a little better shot of it as one of the focal points of the Dallas skyline, and there it is. Michael Schwarzkopf says this early fall weather is amazing. It really, it's just, this is, I don't know, it's like San Diego weather here tonight at Love Field. No complaints from your host. And Claire C., let me see if I can get your message on here. This thing's not working really well tonight. Here we go. Claire C., a new twin jet member of Runway DFW. Thank you, Claire. Much appreciated. We're in a waiting mode now, waiting for the arrival of Flight 2456 from New Orleans, 737-700. While we wait for that, we'll just appreciate the beauty of things here. Give you a little close-up of the evening sky. Claire C. said, my gift ran out, so I thought I would renew. Glad to be here. Well, we're glad to have you here too, Claire. And again, it's been so really kind of busy here that I know I've missed a bunch of messages, and I apologize for that. I'm trying to go back and look here, see what I might have missed. Rigoberto Juarez says good afternoon. Hello to you, Rigoberto. Josh Aldrich says Southwest will begin international flights to Dallas once Terminal F at DFW is open. And that will be fun to see. Yeah, in the 50 years of DFW Airport, there have been no scheduled flights to DFW, although I do remember at least one time when a Southwest flight got waved over to land at DFW on a redirect somehow. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I remember it being a thing, but I don't remember why. All right, did we, yeah, we told you what this was going to be. This is going to be the latest flight from Nolans.
Right turn on Charlie 6 over to ground, southwest 2726.
So headed out for a takeoff on runway 31 left. That's your 737-800 going to Phoenix, flight 3665.
Southwest 3665, Lafayette, good evening, on F2, Nolan, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 31 left, Southwest 3665.
Southwest 3081, Lafayette, good evening, runway 31 left, cleared line.
Left 31 left, Southwest 3081.
So I believe we have a turn and burn here for you. Here on the night stream. Bill Calden checking in from Southwest Arkansas. Hello, Bill. Ron C says, turn and burn, isn't that SOP for SWA? Yeah, I'm sure they're quite accustomed to that type of operation. Southwest has always been known for quick turnarounds at the gate, obviously, to maintain its schedule of flights. Flight 3081 from Kansas City, a 737-800, is on final approach now to Dallas Love Field, where we are standing here with you. Don says, Walt, for some reason the camera quality seems to be better here than DFW. Don't know why. Well, I don't know why that would be. We're using, well, I'm only using 2 cameras tonight, and only one of them is, well, there is a difference, but the camera we're using here is usually our secondary camera at DFW because it has a much wider lens. Because at DFW, because the planes are generally so far away from us, have to use a longer lens to be able to bring you the images of the planes, but they're a lot closer here. But this is our secondary camera. It's not our primary camera, which our primary camera is technically a better camera than this, although I think the sensors are about the same. So I don't know. We'll see, but I'm just glad that it's looking good at your end. Brian S. says, hi, Walt, and great spotters. Thank you, Brian. Got some baseball talk going on in the chat. We're talking about Southwest landing at DFW. Brandon Rabbit says, Walt, are you sure Southwest didn't land at the wrong airport? It's happened before. Yeah, I've heard about things like that. I don't know. I don't. It would seem to be hard to land at DFW and not know that you were landing at the wrong airport, because it's just configured so differently from this airport. It would be hard to confuse them, I guess. I don't know. Oh, Luke the Random Spotter says, the streams always look great on this end, Walt. Well, thank you, Luke. And hey, check out the Random Spotter channel here on YouTube. I saw Luke posted a new one of his travel videos. He let's see, how can I describe this? Well, I mean, it's generally, he kind of takes you along for the ride with him on flights. Points the camera out the window and off you go, and it's fun to do. Kind of, if you're in the mood for a ride, he'll get you going there. So check out the Random Spotter channel. Pip Hastings Aviation says, Walt, you running the Sony camera? Yes. This is what you're looking at there is as they say in the UK, a ZV-E1. And I've got a, what is it, a 24 to 200 lens on it. And as you can see, we're in a little bit of a lull here at Southwest Airport, at Dallas Love Field. Although, I do see 1, 2, 3, at least 3 Southwest planes which are headed in our direction for takeoff. Here comes one of them, the first of them, flight 3153. It's going to Orlando. It's a MAX 8. You can tell it's a MAX 8 because it's got those squiggly things on the end of the engine, those kind of that serrated look. Josh Aldrich is improving my vocabulary. Nacelles, those are the pods that hold the engines onto the wings. or at least that's the enclosure for the engines. So here goes Flight 3153 to Orlando. I haven't heard a fare thee well yet from the dispatcher. Hey, Anthony Guinan, much appreciated for a $2 super chat. Thank you, Anthony. Okay, here we go. Beaker and Honeydew. Technically, it's the pylon that holds the engines to the wing, and it's the nacelles that cover the engine. So look at that. I'm getting a real schooling in aircraft terminology. I'd heard those terms before, but I'm no expert. Flight 55 off to Houston is what you see there in the foreground. That is a 737-800. And the flight that's headed to Walt Disney World is what's taking off there on runway 13 left. I'm sorry, 31 left. This 737-700, destination Oakland, California, flight 1548. And about to come at us is flight 55 to Houston, Houston Hobby Airport. Shane has favored us with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Shane. And Josh Aldrich with a $5 super chat. Walt with Dallas Love, LAX, and Seoul this month. This is going to be a September to remember for you. Well, I certainly hope it lives up to my expectations. We haven't talked about it yet, yes, but a week from Friday, this channel will move its base of operations for a weekend to Los Angeles, California, where the main purpose of going there is to hang out with all of our plane spotting friends at the Spot LAX party at the Top of the H Hotel on Friday the 13th that evening. And then the next day at the Cranky Dork Fest at the In-N-Out Burger, well, adjacent to the In-N-Out Burger at LAX Airport. There's a little park there with planes fly over. Plane used up a lot of runway. So I have a visual aid here. Here's my visual aid. So on the Friday 13th, we'll be leaving from DFW to go to LAX, spend the weekend there. On the 16th of September, which is Monday, we're jetting off from LAX all the way across the Pacific Ocean to Seoul, South Korea on a Korean Air A380. Woohoo! And that'll be the first 4-engine plane I've been on since probably the mid to late 90s, maybe early 90s, which was a DC-8 Delta. And I plan to take you all with me for Runway DFW at large. And when I arrive in Seoul, which will be on the 17th of September, at least Central US time, I've got a room booked for a penthouse view of Seoul Incheon International Airport. Hopefully that'll work out and we'll do some shows. So I hope you'll pay special attention to Runway DFW later this month, starting on the 13th, and we'll be in Seoul till I think the 27th. Claire C. would love to fly the 380. Well, it's been on my checklist.
We'll do it when I soak it up.
Still haven't been on a 747, and I do hope to get on one of those before they disappear from view, at least as far as passenger traffic goes. And I know my time's kind of running out on that. Janet Jones 43 says, can't wait for the ICN shows. Well, it should be interesting anyway. I'm sure we'll run into some issues, but they do have good internet in Korea. I can say that. Alea Daly says, I will be a pilot, so I'm excited to fly commercial aircraft. Well, good for you. And Luke, the random spotter, says, ooh, I may get close to you, Walt. Might have to go back to GUM, which is Guam, a week or two after Cranky Dork Fest. Gina M says 747-800 will be around for a while. The 747-400 is closer to going out passenger-wise. Yeah, that's true. Ooh. Beaker and Honeydew says, my wife and daughter were to fly in an A380 on Monday to London Heathrow, but it was canceled and had to put them on a 777. Well, there's nothing wrong with a 777, but if you were expecting to be on a 747, that's a little different. Hey, Gina M is here. We have some pictures to show you that she kindly sent to me. We have a lot of artists in our audience, and Gina M is one of them, so let's take a look at her work. Winning third place at a county fair is this image, this drawing of a badger. So that's pretty good. This is the Shenandoah County Fair. I believe it's in Virginia. Second place here for this, it's a hokey, I think is what that is. A hokey, am I right? So there's that Gina M sent us, and then that got second place, and also her rendition of this cow got second place. Well, I guess that's a bull, right? If it's got horns. So congratulations to you, Gina M, for your award-winning artwork, and thanks for sharing it with us and our audience here at Runway DFW. LA Girl says, wow, the Dallas Skyline has a Vegas vibe to it.
And helicopter 8 Alpha Echo cleared in the Bravo airspace, flight altimeter 3008. You can cross both runways.
Oh, and Luke's saying last time he was in Guam, was part of that island hopper system with United Narita to Guam. I think I saw a video about that from...
Can you cross both of the runways?
I can't remember, was it Noel Phillips? I think it might have been. And Gina M getting some accolades for her artwork.
You're already there. I understand what you're saying.
As well she should. Well, if you have artwork to send us, or pictures of aircraft or whatever you might think, our address is in the description of this broadcast, but it's pretty simple to remember. It's Walt, W-A-L-T, at runwaydfw.com. Walt at runwaydfw.com. Then you can also send me an inquiry if you are so inclined to, if you're keen to be to help us out in the moderation department. You can always use a new mod to relieve the burden we put on our current crop of mods. So, yeah. A Cessna 525C Citation CJ4 is scrolling past us here from our broadcast position. There it is. But we do finally have some aircraft coming in. Three of them, to be specific. You can see them there in the night sky. Leading the pack will be a Cessna 560 XL Citation XLS coming in from Conroe in Texas. And then behind that will be Southwest Flight 3455 from San Antonio. So that would be the plane in the middle there. And then behind that, Flight 58 coming in from Houston, a 737-700. So the action here at the big airport has resumed. Well, I don't know if that's the big airport. It's a bigger airport than some. Not as big as others. But having all the action concentrated on one runway here does make it seem more energetic, I would say.
Tower, roger, traffic short file. Level 0403.
More cars up to 68 on position.
Strawberry 560, turn right, Charlie 6, contact ground point 75 off the runway, have a good one. Love 1040 at 3. Helicopter 8 Alpha Echo, are you requesting flight following outside of the Bravo?
Negative for 248 Alpha Echo.
Helicopter 8 Alpha Echo, no observed traffic, leaving Bravo airspace, squawk VFR, radar service determined, group exchange approved, have a safe flight.
8 Alpha Echo switching, thanks for the help.
All right, here comes flight 3455 from San Antonio, Texas, 737 700 on runway DFW live from Dallas Love Field.
Number 361 Mike 12, Fox 731 left, line up and wait, traffic 4.5 out. Turning at Charlie 5. Go ahead and contact ground point 75 off the runway, have a good one.
And if you were to look at a map, and I should prepare a map for us to bring you, but I don't have one tonight. But if you were to look at a map, you'd see that Dallas Love Field is pretty much surrounded, well, it is surrounded by stuff. Houses, businesses. And right across the runway from us is a residential neighborhood. So you can appreciate that residents don't like the planes to fly too very late into the night. Beaker and Honeydew with a reminder. If you would like to receive gifted memberships, make sure to turn on that option to receive gifts in the join button. Gifted memberships are random when they're gifted. So thank you for that reminder. A lot of people don't really understand that. I'm not even sure if I understand it myself, but YouTube works in mysterious ways.
1 Mike Bravo, contact regional departure, enjoy your flight.
1 Mike Bravo.
I see our friend from Sydney, Waz Radio, in the chat. So I'm always glad to see Warren checking in.
Number 506, not disregard.
When I'm in Seoul, I will be 14 hours ahead of where I am right here. 14 hours. I'll be in the future.
5502 left tower, no delay on your roll, traffic 3 out, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff.
Rohit Parkal says, hey Walter, very good morning from a rainy and humid southern India. Almost ready for breakfast and a long weekend at my farm cottage in the hills. Got a few new cows. Runway DFW. Whoa! New cows? We just featured a cow.
Runway heading climb, maintain 4,000. Runway heading climb, maintain 4,000. Traffic 2 out.
Jake Hagney says a great stream, Walt. Love field. Nice camera work of beautiful Big D. Well, you know what? There's not a lot I could do to. I can't really improve the backdrop here. It is what it is, and it is pretty nice. You might hear, you'll probably see it here in a second on the right side of your screen, flight 2191, a MAX 8 going out to Austin, Texas. But in the meanwhile, we've got a Gulfstream G550 with no other information available. I'm going to reposition that camera. It's got too much fence in it. It was a good position for the sunset, but now it's a little too wall oriented. Oh, let me do that real quick.
Alright, 31 there, just going to OSWS 2412. 648.
So 648 left tower, good evening, runway 31 left, continue traffic, will hold in position prior to your arrival.
All right, that's a little better, I think. MAX 8 popping on in from Oakland, California, flight 2412. Here comes flight 2191. Destination Austin, Texas. That building with the kind of the rainbow effect there, I believe that's the Omni Hotel in Dallas. Right across the street from where I used to work at WFAA. Flight 648 from San Diego, 737-700, just touching down here at Dallas Love Field.
Love one call. With 1854 or now to Nolan runway 31 left, clear for takeoff.
Looks like we've got flight 1854 to El Paso. Be coming at us momentarily. 737-700. As once again, we've got a parade of Southwest jets lining up for dispatch.
The 1854, contact regional departure and direct flight.
Departure today, Southwest 1854.
Special livery. Coming in from Baltimore Washington International Airport, the Triple Crown livery. 737.
Direct 477 Golf Juliet, Love Tower, runway 31 net left, continue traffic, hold them.
800.
2071, ground 27 off the runway, have a good one. Yellowstone A2, our nav 2 float, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV quote, clear for takeoff, Yellowstone A2.
The 4474, Love Tower, runway 31 left, line up and wait, traffic 6 mile final.
That line up and wait. 31 left, Southwest 4475.
Piper PA 46M600 is what that was. Where it is off to, I do not know. Well, I cannot tell you. If I knew, I would tell you.
With 4474 on nav to Nolan, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff.
Flight 4474 to Amarillo, Texas is 737-700 is about to unlock its brakes.
4474, contact regional departure. Enjoy your flight.
Over to departure, Southwest 4474.
Don says, did I see the gifted membership you sent? And obviously, I did not, so thank you for alerting me to that. Let me see if I can highlight that. See what I can do here. Leslie Morgan, thank you for being a Twin Jet member. Now for 6 months. Thank you for 6 months of just plain fun. Thank you, Leslie. So I'm getting to yours here. And I hope you'll forgive me for.
Join Charlie from Delta. Give way to that traffic on your way to Jet Aviation.
Let me see here.
Yes, sir. You can just monitor ground on your way in following that traffic. So 208 are now 2 Melvin on 31 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Hartnett, Delaware, Southwest 20830.
Don, I have to say that I could not find your gifted membership, so I'll have to thank you without being able to display it. And I apologize for that. The plane you just saw taking off was going to San Antonio, Texas, flight 208, 737-700. And our next contestant is gonna be flight 3802 to Tulsa, Oklahoma, 737-700. A 20-year-old aircraft.
Southwest 760 south, Southwest on RNAS
4681 left, tower and 31 left. Line up away.
Look away 31 left, Southwest 1421.
Southwest 760 left, tower, good evening, and 31 left, continue company, hold the position.
31 left, continue Southwest 760.
I saw over the weekend that our friend Kevin, our New Zealand friend Kevin of Wellington Flights Live, was on hand for the arrival of an ATR twin prop, which encountered an engine fire in its number one engine just as it was coming into land. And he got the whole thing on video. And I looked at Kevin's stream and said, wow, he's doing really well. When I looked at it, he had like 27,000 views. And I thought, wow, that is great. And I guess one reason is the word got around that he had captured this pretty incredible scene. Passengers being deplaned, well, passengers making emergency exits. Nobody was hurt, apparently. And I don't know what the disposition of the plane was. It got towed away off the runway. I I think after it happened, Kevin was even being interviewed by a radio station, or it seemed to be, while he was still on the air, to get his take on what had happened. So check out Wellington Flights Live for that. And also, we wish the best, of course, for our friend, our other Kevin friend, who's a plane spotter, the plane jockey Kevin from Airline Videos Live, who is, last I heard, he was going to have surgery on Friday, this Friday, day after tomorrow, for an injury to his arm, to his right arm. So I wish all the best to Kevin. Hope he's, I talked to him last Friday, I think it was. And he wasn't in a lot of pain, he said, but it's pretty inconvenient, and he's, you know, he's not looking forward to the surgery, but I just hope that it all goes well. I'm sure it will. And in the meantime, he's got Rudy to take care, to help him with the Sunday shows. And obviously, I let Kevin know that if there's anything I can do when I'm there at LAX on the Friday the 13th weekend, especially in regards to him setting up for for his coverage of the party, the Spot LAX party on the rooftop of the H Hotel. I said, Kevin, just let me know. I'll help you lug things around, set things up if you want. Breakerbird said, I saw Kevin at Wellington Flights Live footage on the MSN homepage earlier today. So happy for him. Yeah, I mean, you never like to see coverage of something bad happen with aviation, but it was kind of the best of a bad thing because, you know, again, nobody got hurt. The plane landed safely. Obviously, there's something wrong with one of its two engines, but in the end, everybody got home and everything was okay. So, and I think that's the way we plane spotters would want to have it. The plane that just landed, I should tell you, was Flight 760 from Las Vegas, 737-700.
4420 are now to close, entry 1 left.
And headed out now. Flight 4420, 737-700, off to Little Rock, Arkansas. Not a very long flight, by about 45 minutes to an hour, I would guess. Jacob Sharp says, I love Runway DFW at Dallas Love Field. I'm aboard now. Well, thank you, Jacob. Flight 59 to Houston, a 737-700. Here it goes. Well, it is just after 9 o'clock. We'll do a station ID here in a moment or two.
Thanks. Did you get your release? Are you ready at the end of
Red 5 Bravo.
Close 5 Bravo Papa Left Air, approximately service departing 737, wind calm, runway 31 left, curve takeoff.
31 left, takeoff 5 Bravo.
And you just heard the dispatcher say the winds are calm. We've got an Embraer Phenom 300. It's off. One of those planes I can't tell you where it's going. Well, here's the man himself, Wellington Flights Live, just talking about you, Kevin, and your exciting weekend activities. The toast of the town. I'm just glad, I'm so glad that nothing terrible happened there, but I'm glad you got a chance to see that that ATR come in and with a smoky engine, and everything was a-okay. I do believe we have a new twin jet member, Stuart Tingley. Happy to have you with us, Stuart. Thank you for your membership in Runway DFW, and I guess this is as good a time as of any to remind you what you are watching here. Yes, it's Runway DFW After Dark, live from Dallas Love Field. We're here on top of parking garage, I think it's B? Yes, garage B, level 4, garage B. With a commanding view of the Dallas skyline. Cue the skyline. And all the activities here on runway 31 left, which is the only runway that's operating here currently at Dallas Love Field. So, that's where we're coming from. I just had a sip of water here. And there's O'Malley making note that Wellington Flights Live went viral. Yeah, it was so... couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. I feel like I know you, Kevin. Although we've never met. Although we have... You were a guest here on Runway DFW, I don't know, many months ago. You were a remote guest. I think you've been our only remote guest. So that was real exciting. And now we're in one of those little kind of down times here. I don't see anything coming in. I don't see anything going out. Let me take a look at the manifest here at Dallas Love Field as far as arrivals and departures. Doesn't look to be a very busy hour. We'll hang out there here with you for a little while longer. It should get a little busier as we approach the 10 o'clock hour. And after that, it slows down quite a bit as far as arrivals go. Departures, there's only one other departure scheduled, and that is...
363 left airline, calm, runway 3 left airline.
Well, there's two others. One commercial. One is that 757 we saw coming in. That Delta 757 is going out about 11:30. We will not be here that late tonight. I mean, we could be, but I don't think it would be. There'd be not a lot to see before that occurred. So. Here's Randy Bucksbaum says, good evening, everybody. Hello there. And there's our friend O'Malley with a howdy. MRI says one will runway 31 right be back in operation. I think it was going to be closed down for a couple of months, which seemed to me probably not even enough time. They've had good weather until this last week for whatever they're doing over there. We can't see it from this location, what they're doing over on the other side, on the east side of the airport. So, but it's nice to kind of take advantage of this time here at Love Field when everything's happening on a single runway. Do have a plane in the air incoming, flight 3363 from Tampa, 737-700. I'll be here in just a moment or two. If I widen out here, you'll be able to see it there on the left side of your screen. Marion Seeley says, hi, Walt. I'm in Chicago and we'll be flying from Midway to Love Field next Tuesday. I hope you have a great trip, Marion. Maybe we'll be here. I don't know. We've got an AirShare Embraer Phenom 300 right now, just kind of taxiing in front of us. No destination is listed, but there's a look at it. The dark train in the background. Skyline of Dallas back there, and we're about to greet another Southwest 737 here. Again, this one from Tampa, Florida.
333, Charlie 6, and which gate plan? Flying gate 6, Southwest 13. Okay, so next line on Charlie, ground point 7. Okay, Charlie 6, Charlie, right turn and ground, connect, Southwest 13.
We say hello to Gerald McKenzie, who greets us. Hello, Gerald.
3638, visual 319. Signature 34.
Beth F. with a shout out to Southwest for once again flying my mom and stepdad to Orlando safely today. Also saw their plane fly out over Buffalo, and I waved as they flew over my neighborhood. Well, kudos for Southwest Airlines.
3638, left there, 1 Phenom, departing party arrival, wind calm, runway 3 left, turn left.
Pittsburgh Don, channel member and moderator, says, well, folks, it's been a great night, but 6 a.m. comes fast. Working daylight tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody. See you on the next one. Thank you for your service to this channel, Don, and thank you again for the membership donation that you made, which I didn't see, which you reminded me of, which I was able to acknowledge, but not on the screen somehow. Jacob Sharp. Hey, Walt, guess what? My seats are booked on Southwest Airlines on December 5th and December 9th to Salt Lake City. Sorry for that abrupt transition. Forgot we had that plane hanging out down there. What was that, an Embraer Phenom of some sort? Embraer Phenom 300 was that. And we have Southwest Flight 3638 coming in from Chicago O'Hare. And that's going to be a Max 8.
Signature 346, now reach bucket. Over T, Archer Airshare 346.
And behind it is Flight 2675 arriving from Atlanta, another Max 8. So we've got a Max 8 twin spin for you here on Runway DFW. After dark.
Southwest 2675, left taxi, now from my 3 left, capital holding position. Number 7578, Bravo, left there, ticket, release, ready. Ready, go. 7578, Bravo, runway 3 left, line flight, traffic, Boeing 737, final call. Line flight, 3 left,
May have seen it as it went by, but the Bank of America tower is all lit up rather patriotically. I don't know what the occasion is. Craig Russell says hello, everyone.
Number 7578 Bravo, runway 3 left, quick second.
Austin Swafford says hello. Hello, Austin.
Departure roll, wind 0603, runway 3 left, turn left.
Marion Seeley with kudos for Love Field, saying it's a great airport, very convenient to get around. I fly round trip from Chicago Midway every month because I have a second home in McKinney, future retirement home. Little single engine there. Sneaking out. A Cirrus SR22. No destination given. But earlier we showed you the plane that was coming in from Atlanta in Georgia. And there it is now. By 2675.
1050, real material left, clear line.
Clear land, 31 left, big stripe, 203. Going to number 1.
Okay, contact ground on point 7.
Point 75 tonight.
Atlanta, an hour and 45-minute trip on that MAX 8. And we have a JSX Embraer 145 on final now. This one's coming in from Las Vegas. Emery Urchas with a $2 super chat. Walt, can you show the reunion tower? Yes, we did show that earlier on the stream. See if I can sneak that in before this Las Vegas plane gets in here. So there it is, Emery. It's the tower part of it is kind of obscured by a building there, but we can see the top of it aglow. So there you go. And thank you so much for that super chat. Erediah Webb says stunning views of downtown that you just can't really appreciate just driving by. That is true. But you can spend, what, I don't know, what is it, $12 to get up here on the roof of the parking garage B, and you can appreciate it from up here in person if you want, I guess. It's a nice view. Of course, the telephoto lens makes it seem a little closer than it really is, but it's still just a couple miles away. So here comes JSX, a scheduled charter carrier. Their claim to fame is a kind of a premium experience. They have their own terminal, so they don't go to the main terminal here. And got a good review from Noel Phillips, the noted plane or aviation raconteur. So now we're a little quiet for a little bit. Brian Henry says, Walter, you're going to try to sneak in a DFW stream before you head to LAX and to Korea. And, yeah, I mean, the reason I'm here, as I explained earlier in the broadcast, the reason I'm here at Dallas Love Field is because of the wind. The wind is blowing in the wrong direction for us to get good views, especially at night. The planes just are a little too far away from us to get any kind of a good view. So that's the deal on that. And the last I checked, we're supposed to be having winds out of the north for days. I don't see any let up in for the most part here in North Texas. The prevailing wind is out of the south, and that works for us at Dallas Fort Worth International Airport from Founders Plaza, because the planes then take off right in front of us. They kind of launch from in front of where we are, and then they come in for a landing right in front of us. So it's good viewing. Not so much when the wind is blowing in the opposite direction, reverse ops, as they say. And that's what's happening right now over at DFW Airport. So, but conversely, here at Dallas Love Field, when it's reverse ops, it's really great because we can see the planes coming in over the downtown district. So that works out for us, and I hope for you too. Ron C. lets us know that Crown Block is the steakhouse at Reunion Tower. Crown Block. Yeah, I was to the restaurant which preceded, or a restaurant which preceded it in life, but I haven't been up to it since, well, many a moon up to Reunion Tower. Aztec 01 with a thumbs up. Thank you for that. Claire C. says that is a brilliant shot of the city. Well, looks pretty good from here. Wish we had some planes to show you, but we don't right now, and I don't really know that we do too. Let me see if we've got, I see one plane, which will be here in a couple minutes. Flight 2452 coming in from Phoenix, Arizona, max 8. I don't see it in the sky yet, but I do see it on the radar. So we'll just kind of shoot the breeze until then. Just a reminder that starting a week from Friday, Runway DFW at large hits the road. And we're going to be leaving our home base at DFW Airport on Friday the 13th, very early in the morning. I think it's a plane in the 7 o'clock hour via an American Airlines A321neo going off to Los Angeles to be there for the Cranky Dork Fest weekend. And all the festivities start on Friday the 13th. That night, high atop the H Hotel, as Kevin of Airline Videos Live says, with a party hosted jointly by Kevin and by Spot, or NYC Aviation, for their Spot LAX event. And that was a great time last year. Prizes are given out, and Kevin and Rudy do a show, and of course Kevin's I guess Rudy will be operating the camera this year, but because Kevin's got his arm in a sling. And again, we wish the best for Kevin of Airline Videos Live, the plane jockey, scheduled, last I heard, for surgery on Friday. Then on the next day, on the 14th, on Saturday the 14th, it is time for Cranky Dork Fest, which is kind of an informal gathering out at the park adjacent to the In-N-Out Burger, adjacent to LAX. And that was a great deal of fun too. And I'll be trying to sneak in a stream or two from LAX on one of those 2 days, and maybe very early Sunday before Kevin and Rudy fire up their Sunday broadcast. And then on that Monday, the 16th, so a week from next Monday, I will be taking you with me to Seoul, South Korea on a Korean Air A380, which hopefully won't get swapped out for some other aircraft. And I don't think they have, my research indicates they don't have Wi-Fi on the Korean Air A380, but I will take you with us to the airport, and once we get to Seoul, I hope to be able to broadcast almost immediately. Just a little bit anyway. And then I've got a hotel room which overlooks the airport, Seoul Incheon Airport, so Josh up there in Oklahoma City, bedtime for me. Have a great night, everyone, and thank you for being a part of Runway DFW After Dark. Thank you, Josh. Much appreciation for you, for your support of the channel, and for your moderating skills. Thank you. Craig Russell says, I don't want to sound crazy, but I think Walt caught a meteor. Look at 9:22:42 p.m. at the very center of the screen. I can't go back and look at it, of course. And, you know, it could be a refraction in the lens. That's probably more likely than a meteor, but who knows? Hey! We've got something nice for you next. It is a Delta 717. Yes, you know what started out in life as a DC-9 and then kind of became an MD-80, and then towards the end of its life, Boeing took over and it became a 717. And here it comes. This is Delta 2804 coming in from Atlanta. And I don't know what happened. I had read something, I think it was in Simple Flying. This was months ago, which said Delta was going to suspend its 717 flights to Dallas and switch over to A319 aircraft. And I guess they did that for a while, but, you know, here's the 717. So this is a plane we definitely do not see over at DFW Airport. We've gotten quite a variety of Delta. Well, we've got two different Delta planes. One I didn't expect to see at all. 757, which we saw come in earlier on what appears to have been a charter flight of some sort. Dreambird says, unfortunately, I found out in 5 days my gifted membership expires on here. But don't worry, though. I had a blast with you guys, and it was amazing being a member for Walt. Appreciate you guys. Well, I hope, Dreambird, that you will continue to watch. You don't have to be a member to watch, of course. You don't even have to be a subscriber. Just kind of hang out with us. And as long as you're a subscriber, you can participate in the chat. Hans Olav Mork says, I am watching this live stream until the very end. Well, thank you. And he says, I have pushed the like button. Appreciate that. And talking about the meteor, Leroy Harris says, I saw it on replay. It looked like a meteor to me. We'll have to check it out.
Southwest 173 is with you. For the RNAV Zulu to runway 31 left, we do have the flip side.
Southwest 173 left there, wind calm, runway 3 left, clear line.
Clear to land, 31 left, Southwest 173.
That's still that 717. Is it coming back our way? Kind of made a circuitous journey. Maybe I had to wait for a gate. I spotted from down there, see where that kind of silver car is, right about there. I have to say, this is a much better spot here where we are. Well, while we're at it, we can just kind of circle around a bit. Give you the grand tour. The terminal and the tower are over here. The tower is kind of half obscured by a light pole, but there's the terminal sign indicating that, yes, we are at Dallas Love Field. And we do have what might be, I don't know, it might be our final flight of the night, about to come in, Flight 173 from Midway Airport in Chicago, 737-700. Here's my head. So we'll give you the big picture here. And then we'll make it be less big so we can watch this plane coming in. There's our friend Sarah Deal from Boston. Hello, Walt Mods and friends. Hey there, Sarah. Did I see ETM? There he is, Epic Toastman. Hey, y'all. Hello, ETM. Epic Toastman, who has a channel here on YouTube, who has his channel's been a little quiet for a while, but hopefully we'll see him again. Well, I was going to try to get us to 10 o'clock, or sorry, yeah, to 10 o'clock. But I don't think we have enough activity to propel us to the 10 o'clock hour, to be quite honest. Andrew Boothman says, can you show us the Frontiers of Flight Museum from there? I was at the museum for the solar eclipse a few months back. Well, I was just a short ways away from you on the same side of the airport. I can't show you the museum, unfortunately, because that is on the east side of the airport. We're on the west side, and there's a gigantic parking garage that blocks our vision. So can't show that to you, but yeah. I've never been to that museum. I should make a point of going over there, shouldn't I? Ian South says, hello, Walton friends. And here I am. And here once again is that fantastic Skyline. Well, Fly It says Freedom 1 was in the maintenance hangar the other day. Are you able to zoom in and see if it's still there? We can see one of the southwest hangars. We can't look into it really. We can only see the plane sticking out of the back of it, and I don't think I can. All the southwest tails are the same, are they not? I can't really tell. But no, I don't think I can spot it there. We do have one more flight coming in. It's going to be a NetJet Cessna 560XL Citation XLS coming in from Atlanta. But we'll swing our primary camera around. We only have two cameras tonight. One of them is not really. One of them is just a smartphone. So we're kind of at a minimal setup on this Wednesday evening. Marion wants to know, have you ever flown to Chicago Midway? I don't think so. I know I've been to O'Hare. I don't think I've ever been to Midway.
Jet 526, you're going to Central 1. Terminal 1. Jet 526, Charlie 6, make a left on Charlie, and contact ground 175. Charlie 6, Charlie, up 10 miles, stand by.
And as far as our activity goes, or at least the bulk of it goes, I think that's probably going to be it. Christopher Cotton Alpha Echo says, good evening, Walt. Greetings from Pasadena in California. Glad to have you here. Sorry to, if you're just joining us, I don't think there's too much of the program left for you tonight. Although I think we will do a brief chat extravaganza following the broadcast, cause we can. Couldn't do it last time because I used a different camera for our second camera, and it couldn't see anything in the dark. This one is a little better at picking up the light. Greg G says, great stream. Good night, Walt. Thank you, Greg G. Richard Carlisle up there in Kokomo, Indiana, enjoyed the show tonight, Walt. Thank you, Richard. Flyer KG says to... I think somebody had a super chat, which I did not acknowledge. So let me see if I can find it, first of all. And I am not finding it. Let me check one other thing. Go back to our shot here. Please stand by while I find a super chat. Maybe I'll just find all of them. Hold on. Okay, I'm getting there, so hold on. So I'll put this up. Does this work? Okay, we've got Epic Toastman. Thank you, Epic Toastman, for being a member for 4 months in a row. Twin Jet. So thank you for that. Got a membership from Leslie Morgan. Thank you, Leslie. Did we do that? Beaker and Honeydew. Not a new member, but a valued one. And here's, I can thank Pittsburgh Don now for his gifted membership. Thank you for that. So I'm trying to catch up with all these here. Okay, here we go. Flyer KG Hold on. Oh, and there's got Randy Bucksbaum donated membership. Thank you. And we have a new member named Alex. And I'm seeing here the $10 super chat from, this is what I was looking for, from Flyer KG. So, when I lived in Tampa, a C-17 landed at the downtown airport by mistake instead of MacDill Air Force Base. All right, so finally I got to that super chat, and I really appreciate that, and I apologize for having missed it. All right, so now I think it's about time. Let me double check to make sure we're not missing anything. And no, we're not. We're not missing anything except for a beautiful view of the skyline. Craig Russell wants to know, he queries, can you see planes taking off or landing from DFW at Love Field? You can see planes in the air, you know, in flight patterns going to and from DFW, but we can't really get a good look at them. You know, sometimes when we're in South Flow here at Love Field, you can see when the planes are coming in, you can see other planes in the background going to DFW, but yeah, it's not like they're all that close. They maintain pretty good separation, I would say. So anyway, so I think what we'll do now is, well, first of all, so many things to do. I got to thank a bunch of people, right? Ah, that music. So, first of all, I got to thank our channel sponsor, James Webb. That's what I didn't do. Let's do this. Oh, goodness. So I'm going to take out the Love Field thing here. I'm going to put in this thing here, which is our thank you crawl. So I would like to thank all of the people who are members of the Runway DFW family here on YouTube. And that list begins with James Webb, who is the official channel sponsor of Runway DFW. So thank you so much, James, for your continued support of the channel. And James has made it known that he'll be at Cranky Dork Fest weekend, so I get to hang out with him for a bit there. So thank you again, James Webb. Here are the names of the Runway DFW Quad Jet members, our highest level of membership. And they include the names the names that are about to emerge from my mouth. And this list was compiled at 1 o'clock this afternoon, so if you're a new member or if you've changed your membership since then, it will be reflected on our next broadcast. So here we go. 757 Chip, A-List Flyer Chris, who we saw earlier this evening. Thank you, Chris. Thanks to Alan J, Anna the Dispatcher, Beaker and Honeydew, who's been a part of this broadcast. Thank you. Bev A, Cubs Win, Deborah Klein, Dwayne C, James Webb, Josh Aldrich, with us as well, Kai, Kirby Brooks Sr., a new name on our quad jet list. Thank you, Kirby. KS Avgeek, Lori M, Michael Flannery, Michelle R.S., Mike G, Pete Nordine, R. Bauer 25, Raina Taylor, S35 Bonanza Pilot, Sarah Deal, the real deal, Skittles, happy birthday Skittles, Steve Lundaby, and Will Hutchison. Those are our Quad Jet channel members. We have a late breaking The late-breaking super chat coming in from Emre. You're just $5. I have flown over Dallas Love Field in downtown Dallas when landing in DFW. Best view ever. Well, thank you for that, Emre. And now we're going to fire up our... well, it's going to be kind of like a chat extravaganza, except across the bottom of the screen we're going to keep running our thank you crawl. So here we go with chat extravaganza. That's our cue to change out our music here to our kind of randomly selected. We've got a train horn there. Maybe we'll show you a train while we play this music.
Southwest 2600 visual, 131 left. Southwest 2600 left tower, 134 at 5, runway 0 left, airlines. 31 left, otherwise Southwest 2600.
Well, that's about gonna do it for us tonight. Why do I have an echo now? Okay, I think I got rid of the echo. Hey, I want to thank all of you for watching tonight. I want to especially thank our great mods for hanging out with us. And I see Beve there, O'Malley's there, Random Spotter hanging out as some of our great mods tonight. Here with us till the very end.
Playing your favorite songs.
And when will we be back? Let's see, today's Wednesday, so I guess kind of look for us maybe Friday or Saturday. I'm still got to work on a lot of stuff to get ready for the big Runway DFW halfway around the world trip. So, but I look forward to hanging out with you on that trip. So thanks again for being with us tonight. We will see you soon on Runway DFW. Thanks again to our channel members, to our great mods, to our subscribers, and to everyone who popped in and gave us a look tonight. That's a wrap from Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, but not Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, from Dallas Love Field. We'll see you soon. Happy contrails to you until we meet again.